Hit yourself right on the edge of that and just cut your forehead.
I killed myself in one strike.
You have to
And then
end
I'm in
podcast.
the afterlife, like, you don't put people in hell for mistake suicides, right? And he's like, I'm sorry, you're going to purgatory forever.
I don't think that's how that works. Purgatory is more of an in-between, where you do penance. Where you do penance and go immediately to... Sorry, I thought that was your phone going, making the sounds. My phone's over there. I'm going to grab it.
I think that was your tablet.
Yes, that was my iPad.
It was, we totally learned what a tablet is in Principles of Info Technology.
Did you take that class?
Yes.
Interesting.
It was funny because there was this kid there who thought he was a hacker. He's like, what? What do you mean I'm not a hacker? I can right-click on something and then select inspect. He was that kind of kid. It was funny.
Did he also think that he was the protagonist and that the dark powers had, laid dormant within his right arm?
No. He was the kind of guy who thought that he was the protagonist and he held murderous tendencies deep in his heart.
Which brings us to the topic of today's discussion. What was it? Boku no kokoro no yabayatsu.
Yes. Or if you don't know Japanese, it's the dangers in my heart.
And if you don't know what you're doing here, well then allow us to introduce you. I'm Aaron.
I'm Randy, and this... Tangents.
Back again.
Yes, with the still broken desk.
I thought you were about to say, with the stillbirth.
Who the hell do you think I am?
Randy of Tangents.
Yes. That far I can guess, but... You've known me for how many years now? You think I'd just throw a stillbirth joke down?
You're supposed to set it down gently or something?
No, you're obviously supposed to smack it against the pavement. I mean, what's it good for anyway?
No, stop it.
Transplants?
Stop it. No, enough. No more. Alrighty then.
No. Just defibrillate it. It'll come back to life, I promise.
I saw it on a YouTube channel once. Trust me.
No, it reminds me of the one lady who had a baby that was a rock.
What?
Yeah. There was this. I remember I was up at 3 a.m. watching, the last hour of the Spike channel. I don't know why the hell I did that. And there was this story about this lady who literally gave birth to a rock.
Okay, then why?
I think it's just something was really wrong with the baby formation process. So instead of baby, it made rock.
But that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
We had the same health class.
It's a medical record. That's where they pulled that shit from.
They just... Ma'am, are you messing with us?
And she's like, oh, damn it, I wish I was.
How big is the rock?
Babby size.
Oh, so this is no small rock.
No small rock.
It's not a pebble.
just they're like, push! What the fuck is this?
Ma'am, is this a joke?
And she's like, maybe?
Just tee-hee and ooh-woo. I don't think
Wait
doing
a
that.
sec. Haha. Take off the fursuit, yif man.
Take off the fursuit. I'm only wearing a skin suit.
That just makes it worse.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are you, fucking, what is it? What is it? Those cats with no fur?
Is there a name for them?
Yeah, there is. There is. It's a breed of cat that doesn't have fur.
I don't know. And I don't think I want to look it up either.
They look kind of like rats.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
shit.
about.
Yeah.
But they kind of creep me out a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
a little bit.
I can imagine touching one and it disturbs me.
I think it's kind of like a...
Oh, hey, look at that. Gamer updates.
It's time to gam.
Sorry, guys. Do you think they know I'm a gamer? Do you think they'll be fine with that? Watching a podcast with a gamer on it?
I don't know. I don't know if they'd be fine with a podcast with 2 gamers on it.
Well, of course we're gamers. We don't die. We respawn.
No. I'm a gamer, and gamers don't lose. Instead, we get beat up at school.
Had a mouthful of Coke with that one. But my word.
You're just eating cocaine.
I just beat the game called Wives.
Is it alright to throw bench press at my wife?
Oh, man.
Okay, so to actually jump into today's topic without him, talking about throwing bench presses at our wives and beating the game called Wife.
Actually, there is some rather unfortunate news that I have to share with you.
What?
I lost my wife. Somebody named Div Orce took her. So, to all 7.5 of our very loyal viewers out there, if you happen to know this Mr. Div Orce and what he's doing with my wife, can you please help? Please contact the number on the screen right now. That number is 88888:*# and 7.5. Call that number. Please.
Okay, guys, can you tell me where my daddy went? I heard that my parents were getting divorced, but they weren't becoming Jedis.
Oh, no. There's something funny. I don't know if it's because I'm a bad person, but there's something funny to me about the fact that, like, literally every joke that is made, someone is going to take offense to it.
Right?
We're just out here making divorce jokes, and somebody's just like, dog.
Why? Dog.
I thought I was safe on this channel. I thought that I did not have to worry about divorce jokes, but this man, and I'm just like, wait, no. I'm not talking about divorce. It's horrible. Somebody named Div Orce took my wife. Not divorce.
Divorce. I'll never forget that video that my older brother showed me, where this guy's wife was like, "Honey, we're getting a divorce," and then he goes, "Divorce."
Oh yeah, I know that one. Oh man, I love that one. Just and they're just like standing there stock still, family portrait style and everything.
And it's just like, no. You can't keep laughing at everything we say. We need to talk about getting a divorce. And then he goes, divorce.
And the guy's just like, okay, maybe you're right. Divorce. He starts laughing again. I love that video. Also, I saw this even funnier video of a plague doctor, like, dancing to Gangster's Paradise. Have you seen it?
No, but that sounds wonderful.
Would you like me to pull it up?
Sure.
All right, then. What am I doing here?
Stars Paradise. I feel like if they named it that. Plague.
It's just plague. Okay. Look at this man.
He's got the moves.
Just wait, that last frame. Wait, hold on. He's just not here anymore. I love that. All right, then that was our one video for the night.
I like how we've just started and we're already getting into the videos.
Yeah, that's just how it be sometimes. You said you had a topic, right? Aside from the divorce talk.
No, the dangers in my heart, like divorce talk.
Oh yeah, the dangers in my heart. I love that mango.
Yeah,
it's content.
It's good.
Ladies and
so go ahead.
I was just going to recommend that they,
pick it up at your local pirating shop.
Look into it. You won't regret it. Oh, for one thing, I thought the gain was turned all the way up. Just, you won't regret it. Red lines instantly. Okay, we'll turn it down to there. Okay, yeah, that's a manageable level. I really hope this doesn't hurt Scott in the editing process.
You know, he's going to die in one strike just from that.
No, if he doesn't die, then he's going to come kill me.
Well, whichever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
However, either way, we're out of tangents. He has to come on as the co-host.
Oof. Did you whatchamacallit? Speaking of, the dangers in my heart, that wonderful mango. Have you caught up with it yet?
Yes.
Very good.
It was a lot of extra chapters to dig through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, you have to read them all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's got... Okay, so... To break it down here, so... Komi-san can't communicate, or as people like to say, like idiots, Miss Komi is bad at communication.
That was the original translation name.
Yes,
when I picked it up,
blatantly wrong.
I know, but I love that when I picked it up, that was still the name.
And that was how many years ago?
1! Actually speak. Wait, no. That was over a year. We're coming up on 2 years, because it was when I got that, my Motorola, and I was like, hey, I like pirating. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not actually.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy. Because he says more like boy.
Boy. Yeah, boy.
Give it a good rub.
Yeah, boy.
I love that clip so much.
Yeah, me too.
I've seen the whole video. The man just makes chicken
That's
with
what
a
he's
good
doing.
rub.
Yeah, boy.
Man.
So it's got the aspect of you read it for the filler, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's got the what is it? What am I looking for? What's the word? But then it has the progress speed of Horimiya for some goddamn reason, right? And then it has the pure instantaneous diabetes causing sugar of Kubo-san won't leave a mob be.
Well, I thought it was just leave me, and then in parentheses a mob.
Won't leave me be, and then a mob.
Yeah. But it's one of those things, I really just enjoy Yabayatsu just straight for the chapters, that provide that progress. I love how just subtly,
Well,
gently,
sometimes
patient.
it ain't subtle at all.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm talking about subtle in terms of the beginning and, what's her name? Yamada, becoming acquainted with, the MC. What is his name? Oh, no. Not like this. Hold on a minute. I've got it right here. If I'm right, then Tachiyami should still be pulled up on my phone. It's not. I'm a failure. Okay, luckily...
Die!
Okay, Ichikawa.
Yep, Ichikawa.
Yeah.
And of course I don't know his first name.
Kyotaro.
Kyotaro.
Kyotaro Kyostar. But still, Kyotaro and the gang.
Kyotaro. Oh, God.
But, I just love how... I think one of my favorite chapters is the one where, Yamada, injures her nose, and your boy, Ichikawa, is there underneath the bed, because, he wants to cheer up, and he just is hit with that brick ton of weight of realizing that he likes her. That part, I'm just content. It's good.
No, I have a heart disease.
I love that. I love the Chunibyo part of him is just rationale, trying to find an excuse to not accept the fact that she
he's oh that's what it is. It's the kind of opposites attract dynamic of Nigga-kun.
Nega.
Yes, Nigga-kun. What's up, my nega?
Okay, I love the translations just because of all the references. They are having a field day with that.
Oh yeah, and I love the fact that they have a whole bunch of like characters from the country Indians in it for some goddamn reason.
What you call it. But still, I don't know. What is it with me, though? I seem to find, like, a lot of mangoes where, you know, you got your boy who's denser than a 6-foot wall of concrete, and then you got, you know, the girl who is just making every advance in the book at him, and he's just like,
What?
no. Wow, she's a very good
Wow, she's
friend.
acting very nice to
Yeah.
me. Odd.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just that type of format I like. There's just something about it. It's just fun watching, you know, like, watching Yamada just absolutely just decimate Ichikawa's personal space, provide him with a friend group, and the boy just doesn't even realize it.
He's just like, is this friendship?
And I just love that. Like, in the chapter where, what's his name? I don't know, the jock, you know, that guy. He just kind of hits on any living thing that you know.
That's
walks...
not a jog, that's a normie.
Oh, we're using that term
That's
on
what
this
they call
podcast.
them in Japan. It's funny.
Yeah, I know. Okay, then. Normie-kun. Or
Normie-kun.
anyway, the
No,
normie.
he's called Pickup Pie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because
Pickup
senpai
Yeah.
picks up chicks. Like
yeah, I
an
think
ass.
it's a pun on the sen part of senpai, but I forget what it is.
Yeah, it's something like that.
But yeah, it's in that chapter. I just like how Yamada's friend, the one that Ichikawa just always calls a slut. I just like how she's just basically like, you know, she's just like, would you come with me? We're friends. And I'm just like, this is what I like to see.
It's a matter of, damn boys, Slutchan come through.
Ah, man.
Slutchan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's such a good nickname. Just like people saying Chadano.
Chadano. Forgot about that.
It's because someone was like, Yes. Yes! Yes!
Hold on a minute. Wait, no.
This is just cute.
Mm-hmm. That's also another thing that I like. I love the... Oh yeah, I forgot about it. I was going to specifically bring up on this podcast how screw the beach episode, okay? Screw the beach episode in any form of, like, anime or, like, romance-related thing. Stay at home sick double K episode, that is the best. That type of content is my favorite. Like, it is where we see across the board lots of progress being made, and I'm here to tell you, it's beautiful. Like, Yamada just coming through with the sick day episode. Same thing with Komi-san.
She just comes to his house, holds his hand, and is just like, yes. And then Jimmy comes out of nowhere.
Hi there!
Hi! And then she's like, ah!
Alright, keep it down a little bit.
And eventually, it's 3 days later that she leaves him. She leaves Naj a note.
Listen, trust me. I was just,
No. All the note says is, I was checking his pulse. That's it.
And then Jimmy's just like, what?
She does not know what's going on at all.
Mm-hmm. It's just great. Good content, all these mangoes that we have found ourselves partaking in.
You know, it's kind of funny. Najimi's a crossdresser, but Osana Najimi means childhood friend. It does not mean trap.
You're right. Oh, man, I love that. Just, yeah, literally, its name is just childhood friend.
Yep.
I don't know. I just love
You're
how...
supposed to say she/he's.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll just pretend I did for the sake of the conversation.
Its childhood name. God damn, it's a person.
I
not a
think
thing.
Okay, but I think they do at least reference Najimi as an it at least once.
Yeah. It's just kind of... They don't know what to do with him, her.
Yeah. But I mean, she just seems to be living their best life.
Man, I love this. We actually went off on a natural tangent instead of just fucking around.
Beautiful. However,
Uh-huh.
you brought attention to it. Now we got to jump ship. Just kidding. We don't have to. I just like how Najimi just kind of cast doubt on the fact that she was ever a boy to begin with. And Tadano's just like...
Problem is, I think it's like chapter 10, where he is like, you're into me? I'm sorry, but I'm a guy.
Well... Oh yeah, wasn't that was with the gang of bullies, right? Like...
It was...
Yeah, because Komi was like... That was when Komi, like... When they were trying to get along, you know.
Yeah, and then she just walks up.
You dropped this. But I think it came out like, I'm gonna kill you with your own keys. What you said... What you said. Here's your keys. You dropped them. What they heard. I'm going to murder you with these keys. I'm going to file down your teeth and staple them to your chest.
With these keys. And then he's like...
Staple.
As he runs away.
Scott, I hate to make a request to you. When Randy screeched just then, would you be willing to do me a big favor and just put in like a VCR picture? Because that was perfect. And you want to know what the sound of a VCR reminded me of?
What?
Pikami and VTubers.
Ah, yes. So, one that I've been getting into recently is, I swear to God, it's nothing but sharks.
Gargura?
Yes. Both Pikami and Gargura are, like, shark-type creatures. It's fucking hilarious. Except one of them is, like, barely over the age of 18. Yes, that's actually what it says. And the other is, like, several 100,000 years old.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, I'm going to enjoy these as content creators, but I feel bad for anyone who's, like, doing naughty things with them in mind. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that. She is a child. Gargura is a child, and that, like, bar of several hundred years old is nothing more than...
several 100,000 years old.
Not much better. It's a shark. She's a shark. I mean, let's
shark
be honest.
Humanoid, but shark. Shark.
Shark. Oh yeah, you remember the just meme?
That's how she starts her fucking intro.
She does?
Yes, after being a minute late, she just spawns in going, ah.
Yeah, I know some folks that just don't understand why VTubers are enjoy, but it's like...
How could you not? Just pick one up, partner.
It's a matter of the kokoro. It's not the dangers in my heart, but...
She spawns into her live stream going, ah, ah.
Let's pull it up for the lads at home.
Ah. Oh, hey. Turns out all that practicing for no fucking reason came to fruition. 10 hours.
There it is.
Yep.
Let's rewind and... There we go. That's all I need.
Yes, that's the literal beginning of her first ever stream.
She just spawns in and just... Ah! Ah! If it were me, I'd just... Ah! I just let everything loose. I would just... Ah! Wrong type of ah.
Oh no, she's gonna eat me because I'm a seal.
No, but I personally am a big fan of Amelia Watson. See, she's already great because, she's the toxic gamer. She makes the your mom jokes.
Yeah,
and
that's
even
beautiful. And even better, she was in a collab with all of the other first-gen Hololive EN girls. And they were all going, ahoy! Cute, wholesome. And then suddenly she just goes, I'm horny. Top tier content.
And she apparently has some sort of, I don't know what the right term is. I'm going to go with condition. To where, she just hiccups. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. She'll just be, being a toxic gamer, being properly angry for a good 2 minutes, and then just a little hiccup. It's funny. There's compilations out there.
Yeah.
All I have to do is just type in Amelia.
Agar Amelia. Of course. Rep.
It's just hiccups for 4. It's kind of cute.
Bro, that was used as the punctuation from one of the things I was watching. I don't remember exactly what it was. It's just funny.
Also, she is quite funny. Amelia Watson put out a video, or in part of her stream, she was like, "So I'm not saying that you should, not that anyone is making lewd art of her character, but if you do, not saying that there will be, if you do, use this tag. Not saying that anyone's going to, but use this tag." And it was just funny. She spent 3 minutes trying to do the most child-friendly way of saying, if you're gonna make the henty, put it in this folder. Put it in this hashtag.
Put it in the homework folder, not on the desktop.
Yeah, some people were apparently just straight up they'd look into the hashtag and, all hentai. On Twitter, because, well, it's Twitter.
Yeah.
There's a lot more hentai than it.
What the hell else? What the hell else? It's Twitter.
Yeah, because immediately whenever I think of Twitter, I think of hentai.
I think of that politician who ended up having literal fucking porn in his retweet feed.
They did? Seriously?
Yes. Yeah. And everyone had it screenshotted in 2 fucking seconds. And then he removed it, and then he apologized, and everyone still didn't vote for him.
That is funny. No. What would make me vote for him, unless, of course, he was an awful person and, had horrific values, is if he just owned up to it. Yeah, I have the sauce. Here's the numbers. That's when you know you got a real one.
No, it was just regular porn.
Yeah, I know. Uh-oh, Steph Sibling caught again. Man.
There's only so much you can do before you pick up a pen.
Oh, you're talking about making hentai.
Yes, versus making actual porn.
You're right.
Because if you want 20-inch comic and, eye cups, you can have 20-inch comic and eye cups. That's the thing about picking...
Is that Apple's new, thing?
No, it's
I'm not going to spell it. Dude, that's not cool. How could you do that? I say you pay? That's not right. Alright, that's enough of that bit.
Now people would say, hey, spell eye cup, and then I'd throw one over on them by being intentional with it. Oh, I see you pee-pee.
Yeah, I fell for that exactly once, and I was just I was a child. I was a small boy. And, my classmates, I was just alright, they're dead to me.
No,
I have been made a fool of in the schoolyard, and I will not stand for this. Just kidding, I stood for it.
And then beat their ass.
No, they beat mine. I was bullied a lot.
Well, that makes 2 of us, except I was never actually beaten in elementary school. It was just psychological trauma.
Understandable. The American education system, am I right?
Yep, especially after they introduced Common Core.
Common Core. Discipline.
Common Core. Pearl punishment.
Section 6. Discipline. Schoolyard discipline. I love it. Okay, it's talking about theoretically it'd be about kids getting beaten, but I mean, just in theory, the idea that in the Common Corporal Punishment Handbook there is just lesson 6, disciplining, or just schoolyard discipline.
No, it's just like all teachers must carry a blade. Use the flat when disciplining children, and use the edge when disciplining school shooters.
Actually, I have a feeling they would more likely just carry something more blunt, carries more of a lasting effect and deals more trauma damage.
No. It's a single-edged sword, so the other side still hurts like a blade, except you don't die.
Yeah, but it's just the case. I mean, you hit
unless,
hard
of course, you only have 2 hit points.
Okay, let's say like a comically large mallet that this teacher is just somehow able to wield. It's like a grandmother age teacher, and she's just wielding this giant 6 foot tall, like 1 ton hammer.
just like, yes, I've overpowered it. Yes, you have to deal with it.
Man, I'd be impressed and terrified all the same.
Yep.
Because let's be honest here, who wouldn't be?
Oh, that's about the truth.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I want to say more about no Yabayatsu, except what else is there to say? It's just good stuff. Reamed.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's good character all around. I
feel-
want it to have an anime.
Yes, but it's probably like Komi-san. They just can't figure out how to do that.
No. I would argue that Yabayatsu would be easier because it does have it has a lot more, well, okay.
It has a lot less, no.
Yeah.
Or like a Kubo-san. It's just like, whoa, your arms are so thin. Looks like they'd break. Shiraishi Junta, 16, could not find the words delicate in his vocabulary.
No. Just could not bring himself to say the word delicate. I just love that. I love the man, the myth, and the legend, Shiraishi.
His first name is Junta.
I know, I like Shiraishi.
Yeah.
Spidicy. Speedometer.
It's an odometer. Tells me how far I've gone.
But yeah, I just love the Kubo-san chapters. Like, it's one of those things. I think we might have mentioned this last time on the podcast, but, the art does the job, but then again, there are some really just stand-out examples in the later chapters.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, the latest chapter. I have a feeling that they're just not saying it.
Saying what?
What they are.
My smooth brain has made me forget.
No, just think about the very end. You know that shot where they're both wearing the same expression?
Yeah, I think so. I luckily went through today and decided to separate my manga into the ones that I'm caught up with and the ones that I need to dim-a-dang read later. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh shit, we're wearing the same fragrance again.
Fragrance. Smells. And it's just, look at this. I like that. I just like this a lot. Like, it's just, I just like the manga a lot. They're getting closer. I desperately want Kubo-san to just sit down and just say it to him that she likes him. I want to see that progress for myself.
Wow. Something tells me that because of who he is, he probably just like straight up wouldn't believe her. I feel like she has to put action instead of words. It's not the correct button, in other words.
Well, no, I think the context matters. I think, because, there's the cliche of, due to this funny coinky-dink situation, I know you're messing with me. That kind of thing.
Well, with her character, she might just put on a pouty face and then move in.
They're just living together. It just happens.
And then the Shiraishi's just like, wait a sec, what are we?
Maybe. But, I don't know. It's either going to wind up with Shiraishi having to do some introspection and think about himself and his relationship with Kubo-san, or Kubo-san's just going to sit him down and say, listen, I'm the only, I may be the only one that can see you, but I want you to be the only one, to be the only one looking at me. That sort of thing. Just something like saucy like that. Just slap that on the table.
I want to be the only one that you're looking at.
Mm-hmm. And that, I'd pay for that content.
I'd pay good money for that content.
We're both making the dough. We can do this.
Yeah, I'm making Mick bank, and I'm bringing home the yogurt.
I'm bringing home the yogurt. Nice. But still, just
toppings and all.
Let's see. Also, I have another recommendation for you.
What?
It's already completed. You might have heard it. They made it into a movie, but I like the manga just a little bit more. It's called A Silent Voice and everything. And I do believe Manga Katana has it, but you can just reroute that through Tachiomi.
Yes, like a big boy. Big boy!
I think the Japanese name, though, is Koe no Tadachi, probably. I'm probably wrong with that, but...
Koe no Tadachi?
But yeah, it's called A Silent Voice, and it is legitimately good. Like...
Well, no wonder why it became a movie then, huh?
Mm-hmm. I mean, KyoAni did it. KyoAni made the movie, so it's like, of course.
Wait a sec. Didn't KyoAni make... Hold on, there's that one movie where, like, you have the switch bodies thing.
Oh, Your Name.
Yeah, Your Name. That one. Was that KyoAni?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, no fucking
I'm going to go look that up.
No
Hold on a moment.
fucking wonder. Your Name.
Did it make my name?
Kyoto.
Okay, our works. Alright. Okay, I'm just gonna shortcut this. No, they didn't.
Oh, hold on. This is probably one of those things where you have to press the next button.
They did make A Silent Voice, though. That much I'm right about. They also made a Beyond the Boundary. Also good content. It's not perfect content, but I still like it.
Free.
Free, that spells free.
50% off.
I'm going to murder you.
Oh shit, they made K-On! No wonder why it's so perfect.
Mm-hmm. And
Well,
I didn't like
did
Violet Evergarden. Wait, what? Oh, they made 2 Violet Evergarden movies. I literally only watched the first season and I wasn't exceptionally impressed. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just Violet Evergarden is a tearjerker, and I'm just, with the exception of one episode which brought me close, I didn't cry. I was just like, okay.
Well, I don't like tearjerkers if they don't have something else to back it up.
I mean, and it's one of those things, it was like, it was just okay. You know, like, the animation was obviously beautiful. You know, the production quality was high, the music was good. But it's just, the story was just...
actual things, yeah.
It was kind of a bit of your standard, just like, person who has suffered trauma learning to be human again. Learning to deal with loss.
Sounds like someone went Cyber Psycho and Cyberpunk Red.
Perhaps. And it's just, it's, again, it's not bad.
No. I'm laughing, especially because, like, thing is, as a med tech, that's what my character is in that game. I'm the one who, like, fixes people up to prevent them from going Cyber Psycho and to reverse the process if it's already started.
Interesting.
And also, you know, I do surgeries and stuff like that. Like, you, not hurt.
You no hurt anymore.
You
Feel
hurt
good.
no more. Feel badn't. That's about as much as I could do because you still need time to heal.
You just bonk a band-aid on it. There we go, all healed. But yeah, what's it called? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, but it's just, I mean, again, like, it's not bad, it's just, I've most certainly seen better. You know, and people, I think, are really, like, living it up with, like, the story and everything, but the story isn't really anything. Again, it's literally the, you know, learning to be human again kind of thing.
Yeah,
And,
except you don't have a med tech.
And, I mean, they put it on the grill of, you know, she was someone who didn't, who originally didn't know what it meant to be human. She was a dog of war originally, and it's like, laying it on thick, aren't we? And, it just kind of keeps going with that. Like, I know the general point of the show is you're supposed to connect with the people that she meets along the journey, but I really didn't, with the exception of that one episode, But one episode isn't enough to carry the weight of an entire series.
Yeah, it really isn't. It's kind of like what I think about what is it? The Mother's Rosario arc in Sword Art Online. Like, everyone talks about, oh, the climax literally made me cry. Yes, it did. However, that's not enough to justify the rest of that arc. And I'm gonna be honest, it does justify itself. Even if, you kill the tension by having the star of the show, Yuki, live after, oh yeah, we got rid of the AIDS, but we can't do anything about the rest of the issues in her body that came from having AIDS. Yeah, she went into full remission on AIDS, but the rest of the shit killed her.
Oh. That's just a shame.
Yeah, even if they killed the tension by having her live, it still would have been a good watch. Because there's tension. There's, actual, will they succeed?
Mm-hmm.
And there's also, what's this Mother's Rosario look like? Because, true to shonen animes, a shonen light novel in this case is pedigree. They named the whole arc after a sword skill.
Oh. It's a bit of a shame.
And hey, you know what? That's not even that much of a shame because it means a whole lot more than just a sword skill.
Yeah.
That arc packed a punch. It's just like a, what is it? Gun Gale Online? No, wrong one. The Fatal Bullet arc. That one punches just as hard, but for a completely different reason.
I got you.
Because it's kind of exciting, except for when the main character literally cuts bullets in half with a laser sword.
Oh.
Fucking Jedi, I swear to God. Now, it's explained with the fact that the game gives you assists for, dodging bullets, so why not cut them?
Sure. Go, knock yourself out,
kid. I think I'm glad that it learned from the mistakes of the Alfheim arc by literally making him make do with something because he can't adjust to, the fuck is this? I barely know which way to point at the enemy. Because he's in a world of guns that happens to have sword.
He literally brought a sword to a gunfight.
Yes, and he wins, is the thing.
That hurts a little bit.
Yeah, at least it's funny this time.
Yeah, I'd hope it would be funny.
Because what the hell else is he supposed to do? The first time he tries shooting a gun, he hits someone else's target.
Obviously, he's just supposed to shill.
He buys the best gun, still can't aim it. It's because he's just not used to the idea of shooting a gun at somebody.
How many seasons long is Sword Art Online at this point? I forget.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Okay.
Because Alicization is 3 seasons for some fucking reason.
Alright then.
They stuff 4 arcs into 2 seasons, and then they stuff 1 into 3.
Yikes.
There are lots of bad points, but there's enough good points to make me like it.
I see.
It's just, it does not trip the threshold of recommendation.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a part of me that wants to give it a go just so that way I can understand where you're coming from and we have a bit more to talk about on that front. Because I've noticed that we come back to SAO a lot.
It's just because it's, even if it's for no reason, it is popular and influential.
Mm-hmm. Like Domestic Girlfriend. That's purely a joke, but...
Domestic?
Yeah, Domestic Girlfriend.
I believe you mean Kano Okarishimasu.
Kanajo okarishimasu is something else. That's Rena Girlfriend.
You're like Domestic Girlfriend.
Yeah, Domestic Girlfriend was the dumpster fire before Rena Girlfriend. And I've read both. You see, I am in the park of people. I believe that everyone has that one, like, manga or anime that they keep up with, even though they know they don't like it. You know, like, it is something that they do not enjoy, that every time they experience it, it brings them nothing but sorrow, and yet they still keep up with it. For me, that's Ruby. Like, Ruby by Rooster Teeth, it's on to its 8th volume, and I still don't have any idea why I keep queuing up each episode as it comes out. Like, I don't know. Like, part of it is, like, seeing just how far the series that I loved when I was younger will fall. And my word, has it fallen far. But, I don't know. And maybe it's a little bit of hope that it'll get better, but it's not.
Nope, not without that first director.
Yeah, Montium, rest in peace.
Yeah, because they kill Pyrrha as soon as Montium goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that might have been planned, but literally, like, volume...
I don't know. It just seems like a mistake. Because it kind of... Oh, crap. What's his name? Because I know there's the...
Ozpin?
No, not Ozpin. That one male character from, like, the different team that Pyrrha was on.
Oh, John.
Yeah, John. There we go. He acts a whole lot less like a character as soon as she's gone, and more like just sword desire.
Well, that's just because the series just kind of, like, makes him experience loss and then just kind of puts him on the back burner up until Volume 6, where finally he gets a bit of relief. Or, you know, I guess closure in the form of finding... Well, okay. Spoilers for Volume 6, if y'all haven't seen it. Spoilers for the rest of Ruby, if you haven't seen it. Figure we might as well toss that out there while I'm at it. Because I just want to talk about how it's going in Volume 8, but... Volume 6 did a lot wrong. But the one thing they did do right was, you know, finally, like, Volume 3 happened. Pyrrha dies. For 3 volumes, they scarcely, like, mentioned her. Scarcely acknowledged that she was even a character. Like, they did it a little bit in Volume 4, and then she dropped off the map up until, like, halfway through Volume 6, where they gave her a memorial in her hometown. And 2 volumes down the line, then they're like, okay, she's gone now. Okay, that was bye-bye time. Bye-bye. And, you know, Volume 6 also shot the team so hard in their foot. So hard. Because they went and they said, we're fighting, we're struggling, you know, we're losing left and right. How in the world do we make something feel climactic again now that we have the main villain, you know, we've shown her off, you know, we kind of have all that in play. What do? We need to give her some backstory. Okay, she's unkillable. She's what? My reaction. They just straight up just said, yeah, she's immortal. And I'm like, just coughing up blood.
Well, people have killed gods in mythology and whatnot, so.
No, I mean, like, the gods of Remnant itself cursed her to not die. And then they yoked themselves out of that realm. The story itself takes up valuable screen time to make sure that we know we can't kill her. And I'm just like, I'm at a loss. Like, I was legitimately at a loss for words, and I'm like looking at reviews, and it's like, Ruby is better. It's getting better. And I'm like,
when?
Give me your review license. Give me your opinion. Give me your right to have an opinion. You don't need it anymore.
All right, that's it. Your opinion privileges. Hand them over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back then I was kind of excited for what kind of wacky and uncharacteristic plan they would come up with for, you know, killing a literal immortal being.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Who knows, maybe they would just go to the other planes.
Not even, it's just, I don't know.
Like, excuse me, why'd you make her immortal? Immortal. That's what I was thinking about next.
Like... It's explained in her story that that's her punishment, but it's like, it's not compelling. It does not form a compelling narrative because they were already on the path of the characters are losing, everyone's depressed TM. And it's like, it's just another kick in the side at that point. And it begs the question, why?
Yeah. It just seems like they don't want the main characters to win. But at that point, you should just have that at the very end. Like, for example, Jonathan Joestar, massive spoilers, getting completely screwed, all the way back in the Phantom Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely getting shredded for literally because Araki was like, he was annoying to write with.
I'm bored. Die.
You're boring. Die.
Imagine if that's how it worked. I'd be dead already.
I'd be in the interdimensional planes. I wouldn't even exist on a stable platform anymore.
All right, but go on about the characters.
It feels like you should do it at the end. It should be a twist. Now it's just like, oh, okay, they're gonna lose, whatever. That's not how you set up a story.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as a punishment from the gods to be unkillable or whatever, Fairy Tail did that a whole lot better with Zeref. I don't even remember what he pissed off the gods about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Am I about to spoil something for you?
A bit, yes.
Whatever.
It's mostly my fault for not getting caught up to it yet, but
well, time to die.
Careful.
His whole curse is that anything he loves dies. And because he hates himself, he's invincible.
Seriously?
Yes.
He starts loving himself?
No, not even. He can't. That's also part of the curse. They literally... They stole my love and privileges. Can't have shit in... What is it? Earthland?
Oof.
Can't have shit in Earthland.
Earthland, now that's a name.
Yeah, that's literally the name of the realm that Fairy Tail exists in.
Yeah.
Oh yes, by the way, it's Fairy Tail as in, do fairies have tails? Do they even exist? It's an infinite adventure.
But also something that I feel like Volume 7 did have on its side a little bit is I feel like the production quality went up a bit, And then with Volume 8, everything's stiff again, and I'm just like... I came back to Volume 7 because I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna do a good. Maybe I won't want to dim a die. And I want to dim a die. Because it's just... Volume 7 was literally, of course, the anime. This happens. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Literally throughout the entire, 12-episode runtime. It was literally just a series of course, predictability moments. And it's literally the fall of Beacon? How big of a moment that was. How it was something that, was kind of a gut punch when it happened. And even after the fact, just of how it literally flipped the genre of the show from school life to...
tragedy.
Yes. It literally did that. And they're literally just trying to pull that again with Volume 8. And it's just, it lacks the punch.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to hit the same wound twice, and I'm sorry, the bones are already broken.
Yeah, well, that's the issue. That's been the issue since Volume 3, is they said, okay, this was a real high for the show. Yeah, and I really think, sir, that we should build off of this and really expand it as we move forward. Are you an idiot? No, we're going to redo this. It's cash money right here.
Oh, I remember now.
What?
Oh yeah, I'm just thinking back. I'm just thinking back to what it is. In the fall of it's the next place they're at, right?
Well, they kind of keep track. Volume 4 was a road trip. Volume 6 is a road trip. Volume 8 is for some reason not a road trip, but apparently it takes place over 2 days. And I'm just like, please say psych.
And then they say, I'm sorry, I can't.
Mm-hmm. But the thing that hurts the most of all is, I feel like Volume 7 and 8, when they get to Atlas, it's not necessarily completely awful. A bit more spoilers. Ironwood, he takes more of a villainous role. but there's a lot of, like, depth to why he's doing it, you know? Because you can see it in earlier volumes. He feels very cornered, you know. His military might is something that kind of gives him a cushion. It makes him sleep better at night. And that kind of gets to his head a bit, you know. He sees the threat that Salem represents, and it gets to him. Like, in Volume 8, he full-on just shoots a dude. Like, shoots a congressman, too. He just, like, the dude's like, what are you doing? I'll do whatever I have to. And, you know, it's very interesting. Like, it's a very interesting move to have him become this villainous figure, you know. Before, he was a bit of a safe haven, like a bastion of hope that the character put their, you know, put their dreams in.
Yeah.
And then, but the issue here is literally Salem. Because Salem has had such a big role, because she is literally just parked outside of the kingdom, just vibing in a giant whale. It's just like, it loses, like, Ironwood doesn't have any room to breathe, because you know that he is not going to have too much of a lasting impact on the plot, because, well, he's just this villain's season. Is literally that. That's literally it at this point. And it's just following, like, a long train of, oh, I'm a good guy. No, I'm a bad guy. Oh, I'm a good guy. No, I'm a bad guy. And it's not Cash Money. It's no Yabai Yatsu.
That means the dark side.
I'm referencing the manga itself. It's not even, it hasn't the quality.
Just doesn't. It Dimma does not.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It's a dimma damn shame.
Like, Volume 3 took guts, you know, to make that decision to not only just kill one of the main cast and a fan favorite, but to also just change up everything. Like, that took guts, you know, because they very easily could have stuck with the school life stuff, maybe having a little bit of danger here.
Yeah, it could have just been an anime for all that time. But now it's just
and then they made it
show.
garbage.
Now it's just a show.
Mm-hmm.
It went from, oh, hey, look at this 3D animation anime. I like the CGI because, why do I like the CGI again?
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
Because it's fun and interesting. And wow, this just hurts now.
Yeah, and the thing about Volumes 1 and 2 in particular is it looked at all the anime. It looked at literally every anime trope. It was like, we're going to make fun of that now. Like, you know, like background characters being black shadows. That was hilarious. Like, sure, it was because they didn't have the budget, I'd be willing to bet. But also just because, like, it makes fun of the fact that everyone in the background isn't really important, so why render them? Black shadow it is.
Right?
And also,
it's like just a whole bunch of literal fucking mob characters.
And Ruby having, like, all the characters having these dummy damaging weapons, like Ruby having a massive scythe that she just swings around, like,
and it turns into a fucking 50 cal sniper rifle,
and it's also a gun. I love that. Like,
and I love the shotgun mitts.
Oh yeah, and the fact that, like, on, like, the second episode, the head of the school just yoked the students into the forest at, like, Mach 3, and one
said, okay, fend for yourselves.
And Jean, powerless Jean with literal basic boyo sword and shield, he just got yoked into the forest. Like, it was so good when it was simple. But nowadays it's DC. It's the DCEU, and we don't want that.
Yeah, we just don't. It's just ugly. Like, it used to have funny bits. It used to have fun with itself. And now it's just it's just dark. That's what it is.
Oh, no.
That's its aim.
It's dark as aim, but the result is edge. Like, no kidding. In the previous volume and the one before, they were focusing, like, we need to come together. We need to be unified against this threat. I don't knock that. I think that's a good idea. Volume 8. Hey, we're going to fight over petty nonsense. And it's like, I just break the other side of my desk to illustrate my angie.
It doesn't even, like, make the noise that a broken desk makes this time. It's just...
And my big issue with it isn't necessarily that they're just fighting to fight. It's that they picked it is that they chose to have them fight with each other because it is the easiest to defend. It's easy for the, like, diehard fans to defend. All they have to say is just, well, they're under a lot of stress. It's like, I don't care. You literally just got off the bandwagon of telling me that they need to come together and that they're not going to let small things get to them. This shouldn't happen. It does not matter what is going on. You just told me something important. You don't get to change that for petty nonsense, the anime.
You know what? I think I actually see what they're trying to say.
What do you mean?
They're trying to say that they've just been putting on a mask that whole time. Like, we're gonna come together, and eventually they're just like, fuck this. Fuck all of this.
It's not even like that. It wouldn't be like that if that didn't already happen a few times. Like, if the falling out, you aren't who I thought you were sort of thing didn't happen. Because it kind of does happen throughout, like, post-Volume 3. Like, that kind of does happen. People, they get fed up with each other on, like, a volume-by-volume basis. And it's, again, like, if it was happening now, if this was the point when they began to break down and just simply be fed up with one another, then, like, I would understand. It would be, if anything, I think it would make things a bit better because, well, yeah, you know, that criticism would feel, or, you know, that, like, defense would feel a bit more valid, you know. They have not vented these feelings yet. It's been going on for them for, like, I don't know, a year or something like that. And so, yeah, them letting it out, it makes sense, but they've let it out multiple times. We're tired of seeing this for, you know, show and tell.
Alright, kiddies. Today we're going to talk about teenagers.
Ruby, this is the 7th time this week that you've brought problems with your family.
I know, they just suck. Including me.
It's just painful. Again, I don't know why I keep watching it, but I still do. And come Saturday, guess where I'm gonna be? 6 feet under.
Yep, 6 feet under the heels of whoever the hell took over.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Monty, why'd you have to die?
It just very much so, the current state of RWBY just screams, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And most of the redeeming moments are just fan service moments.
It's because the last time they made a long-running show, it was Red versus Blue.
Yeah, that one's fallen really far from the tree as well. Because again, I realized it. RWBY, or, you know, Rooster Teeth, they suck at things when it gets complicated. Simple. If they keep it simple, beautiful. And that's all they need to do. Keep the series simple. Don't make it run for too long. Have an idea of what you want. Tell your story and go. That's what they need to do.
Well, it looks like, so long as the fans ask for more.
Not even.
Ask for more.
Nobody asked for this current state of RWBY.
Yes, they didn't ask for what it is. They just asked for more of it. And Papa Rooster Teeth was like, well, we like money.
Well, who am I to deny the green? I like the fat stacks of cash we're getting from this.
No. All they said was, well, we like money.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I feel like you should just stop for a second, let the pause happen.
Okay.
Well, we like money. Yeah. I like the idea that Ian just puts cricket. And that's Scott. I need to... Hold on, let me die real quick.
No.
That
dying.
Scott just puts crickets in with the pause.
Yeah. It's alright, it happens. With the name Goofaroni, I mean, that's just kind of par for the course at this point. Like, we haven't done this in a month. It's expected.
Yep. Say, Aaron, speaking of things that we hate, anything you don't recently that isn't what we've been talking about?
Well, I have some conversations we could, or paths we could go down. You know, there's I mentioned recently that I beat God of War and, you know, beat Spider-Man as well. Just kind of going through the PS4's greatest hits and everything.
Not even greatest hits. It's just gaming's greatest hits.
You right. And, just kind of
like,
enjoying.
people will buy a fucking PS4 for those 2 games.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, I know people who, originally, I mainly just got my PS4 for Bloodborne. Just because I wanted to.
Now you're playing the others. You're just like, oh yeah, let's pump this out.
Yeah, well, of course I had interest in the other games, but the main one that pushed me to get it is I wanted some more of that From Software branded pain. And no, I'm not a masochist, but,
They call it painkillers, but you ate pain resuscitators.
But, I've been enjoying the God of War experience. I just kind of... I started out on a higher difficulty, realized I was not enjoying myself, and I just kind of had a fun little self-peace moment where I was like, I don't want to sacrifice my fun for difficulty, so let's just chill a little bit. And yeah, gun through the game.
Just like, he beat it in 3 days. It took me a week over the summer where I just didn't sleep.
No, it took me a week, but that was also with prior obligations.
Yes. You were going to Kool Egg, work, and sleep.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. Who knows? I might have done it. I might have... Well, I don't know. I had more time for the game, but at the same time, I like to kind of cut things off at a certain point where it's like... I like to try to cut it off right before I get tired of playing the game because I don't want that to set in.
Yeah.
It gets harder to finish games when that's the vibe.
The thing with me, though, is it's really hard for me to get tired of anything. Mm-hmm. I have, infinite stamina as long as I have any shred of willpower.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like I'm I forgot his name. Main character man in Ghost of Tsushima. Got the willpower, get back up.
I gotcha.
Or they call it resolve in that game.
The resolve. It's Dr. Samuel Hayden, the longest resolve. I think we'll have to resolve this issue.
I've had to use the bathroom for quite some time now.
Bathroom break?
Yes.
If you have to go, just say it.
Yeah, I think that's why we've been running out of conversation topics. I'm back from the dead.
No, you're not. Oh, wait, you respawned?
No. I just clawed my way up through hell.
Alright.
I landed in, the 9th circle. I don't get why.
Okay, then.
I think I fell through a rift on accident, and God was punishing me for finding out.
Okay, then. Speaking of rifts and other gooferoonies, Cyberpunk 2077. How long have you been waiting for the game? How long have you been interested in playing that?
I'm feeling neutral. I was feeling neutral before I picked up Cyberpunk Red, which was a couple weeks ago.
I see.
It looks fun. When I first looked at the trailer and stuff, I didn't notice things like the fact that he has a cyber arm, and the kind of... I just didn't notice a lot of the future aspects. It just looks like main character, man with gun.
Well, I mean, apparently that kind of is... A decent part of it is literally just main character with gun, but he can also ham...
Yeah. That's funny. His class in Cyberpunk Red would be Netrunner.
Interesting.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing about Netrunners. They hamk. They dive into the data pools.
Apparently there's just a lot of upgrade trees or something like that really just makes the experience just kind of fun with mixing and matching what you can do. And that's good to hear.
Wow, you know what? That sounds a whole lot like Path of Exile. But the thing is, in Path of Exile, you have two choices. You either don't die, or you kill enemies so fast that they don't have a chance to make you die.
Interesting.
You just have 80,000 hit points.
Very cool.
You just walk around, and someone hits you with their ultimate, and you're just like, did someone throw a piece of paper at me?
Oof. Eventually I probably need to get back into Path of Exile, but I just kind of... I put it down one day and I have not returned since.
It's the same with me. It's just the The time that I dump into video games went to the time that I dump into work.
Oh. Well, when you work 4 days out of the week, I suppose that does tend to happen.
Yeah.
What do you do on your days off, then?
This, Cyberpunk Red. And then Mondays? I don't really know.
I see.
I just do whatever the hell then.
That's fair.
You know what I actually did put it down for? Tension Impact.
Nice. I need to pay that game some attention as well. Whenever I beat Bloodborne. I'm close to beating Bloodborne. Don't worry about it.
Well, are you now, son? Are you winning?
According to a little bit of a guide Rooney I looked up, yeah, apparently I'm rather... I'm in one of the last areas. However, I'm going for the secret ending, you know? The funny man ending, so, no, I'm semi-close. Somewhat almost, but not quite.
It sounds a whole lot like me while I was, I think I was playing, it was either Five Nights at Freddy's 2 or 3. Because, you can get the good ending by doing all the mini games and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay. I was a scared babby boy. I was like, I am afraid. But I was more into the lore. The lore.
Yeah, and then they come out with Dream Theory, and then the creators just cheers, I'll drink to that, bro. And everyone who was coming up with the more intricate stuff was just like, ah!
Actually, I don't think he didn't confirm Dream Theory. He was just like, no. I think he literally was just like, no. But yeah, with the fourth installment, I think the man was just tired. He was just like, it's never going to be good enough. That's that. And, that's why he was like, it's the last one. Please leave me alone. This is the end of the lore, the end of the road, and everyone was like, hey, what's in the box? You remember the box? Everyone went buck wild about it, and the dude was just like, I love that Steam response or post that he made, because he literally basically just said, get cucked. I'm not telling you what's in that box. You don't deserve to know. And I love that.
You don't deserve to know. Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Or apparently, it wasn't exactly like that, but the general gist was, you don't deserve to know. If you think hard enough, you'll figure it out. And then,
so the FNAF community thought, and thought, and
yep.
thought, and thought.
And Matt Pat said, hey, I'm going to keep making theories until you release another game that helps. Okay, then here's this one. You actually listen. Yeah, he made 2 more games after that. Or no, 3. I forgot about the custom night game.
Yeah, the ultimate custom night.
Yeah.
I just like the idea that you can't really win it.
Win what?
The ultimate custom night. There's just too much going on.
Oh, no. With all of them on 20, a YouTuber by the name of Dalko actually beat it. He did it. It was a huge thing. The 50-20 mode is what it was known as. No kidding. I think the dude streamed for a month working on it, working away at it, and working with other people to find strategies for it.
He streamed for a month.
Well, not consistently, but every day virtually, he was up and at him at his computer. I think he also said he had a keyboard at his feet for stuff. Literally a taxing experience, and one that I would never hope to replicate.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. And it's just the dedication was admirable.
Yeah. I was about to make one of those jokes. You know how it's man, you making all this money, but you ain't buying no food with it? Boy, you worried about the wrong bread. I was about to make one of those jokes.
Oh. Well, I don't think I've ever heard of that type of joke.
Yeah, it's like well, it's less of a joke and more of just a hood insult.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying to come up with a better one. And I remember seeing them. Like you got no shoes but ain't paid your water bill. You worried about the wrong drip.
Oh. That's kind of funny. That does possess a bit of the funny, I'll give you that.
Yeah, it does. That's why I thought of it, and I was about to be like, you played Five Nights at Freddy's for a month straight on stream, but then you ain't got no bitches.
Say it.
But then you ain't got no bitches. I was about to come up with like boy, you worried about the wrong games. I don't know where I was going with that.
How would you feel if I didn't hit start recording?
At this point, I would have killed you.
Understandable. I would kill me too. But luckily, it's right. It's at stop recording.
Yep. No
Huzzah.
reason to kill you yet.
I'm not gonna die yet.
Well, who knows? I might die this time. You do need to get back at me for killing you all those times, after all.
Perhaps.
Including the time at which we were in the living room.
That pun killed me. I'm joking, of course. It was just a bit more cringe than I've liked. Oh yeah, did I ever show you? Like this rash on my hand? Came from chemicals. It's essentially a chemical burn.
Why do you have chemical burns?
Because I'm apparently allergic to one of the liquids.
Where are your fucking gloves?
No. Well, okay, the thing is, the fun part, well, I did start wearing gloves recently. I will say that. I started wearing them, but I definitely need to remember to get a Thiker pair. We have those. I just need to remember to get a Thiker pair because, it's kind of got through a bit. So I'm just like, okay, maybe I should stop. My hands, and then, I did the dummy thing because I had a bunch of micro cuts. And, I put hand sanitizer on that. Without even thinking about it. Immediate regret. Ah! What is that frequency on the radio? 22115.
Kilohertz.
Let's look up some sauce. Just move to the keyboard with intent. No, I don't read. I don't read the dirty mangoes. I don't touch that part of the fruit stand.
You're not on that side of the tree.
I suppose not.
Or no, you only operate at the part of the farm where the sun shines.
Yeah, we're not a proprietor of the darker part of the farm in which our.
Who says we?
Are you fond of the darker part of the orchard?
Yes. However, there's a part where the moon shines and a part where it's nothing but darkness.
I see.
And I stay away from the part where there's nothing but darkness.
That's understandable. Because
that's where that nasty stuff comes in.
Yeah, I don't exactly explore down that way.
I like for example, our Dark Lord and Doomsday device, Boku no Pico.
I'd love to have like a shot of like a forest in the moonlight, and then it's you're taking it and everything, and like the moon shining, and like there's like a darker thicket, like there's the nasty mango titles, but all the good ones are in the moon.
Yeah. Normally I'd oh god, I'm about to recommend hentai.
You're about to drop the sauce, brother. Please share that sauce.
I'm about to talk about. No, I'm good. This isn't sauce or loss. You're not about to send me to the gay zone if I don't respond.
Alrighty then. That's up to you.
Though I'd gladly go just because I need a break from this reality.
I feel that. Guess what we're having the next episode of Tangents. Denny's is where we're having the next episode.
And the Dimidennies.
Denny's. Denise.
Song for the Denise. Song for this.
Song for Denise. The Putin walk-in song.
Wide Putin song. Damn it, I forgot the melody. How the hell did your computer suddenly pick up? It's like, oh no, it's time to start working.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
So tell me, what mangoes are you sinking your teeth into currently?
Well, there's the ones you recommended to me, and then there's the cheap Chinese knockoff of History's Strongest Disciple called Marshall Peak. It's something they call cultivation, where they sit there for a while and just kind of meditate under the sun. And then Strunker for some reason.
Are you enjoying the Chinese knockoff?
It's funny at times, and it has some brutal moments, and the main character is a fucking laugh and a half. But I mean, otherwise, especially with things I've heard from the comments, it's probably not going to be fun after like 100 chapters.
How long is it?
810.
No!
Oh, but there's like no dialogue in half of it, so it's such a fast read.
Oh.
I ended up getting through like 100 chapters in like half a night.
Well then. I found, let me show you. I found a manga that seems really promising, but I'll let you see if you can find out the catch.
Oh, don't worry, you'll just spend a few years.
952 chapters, but apparently they're all 1 pages.
So 952 pages.
Yes, essentially. Well, I haven't read it.
That's not bad at all.
It's not that bad, but my word, is it going to be a lot to swipe through them.
Yeah, that's why you just set it to continuous vertical and you disable the title cards.
Well, sometimes it doesn't like to load, though. And that kind of makes it difficult. Plus, I like knowing which chapter I'm on. You know, I like the...
And what you could do is just set it to regular vertical. And then it just feels better.
Perhaps. But yeah, I finally got my library done. This is just... The first page is just going to simply be the one that I'm reading currently. Then I've got caught up and 2 read later. It's beautiful. I don't know why I didn't do this before.
That looks like something I should do.
I've had this app for like half a year. And I'm just now getting to it.
Well, you know what? Will I do it? That's a question for later.
That's fair.
I can put a finger on it, but I'm pretty gosh dang sleepy right now.
I see. It's probably the poison pills I slipped into your... so time to go to sleep. Good night, friend. That was pretty pog, wasn't it?
Yes, what a champ you are.
What, you're alive?
Yep. You forgot that I had a 20 constitution, didn't you?
Well, gun it is.